Trudeau wants to fix our housing market, but we can't trust his back and forth politics.
I'm wondering what role you see, if any, for the federal government in regulating the price of real estate.
First of all, the federal government has a responsibility to understand the challenges faced by Canadians in communities and cities right across the country. Housing isn't a primary federal responsibility.
As I've always said on my channel, millennials are done waiting. They've been told to wait for years now. And as soon as interest rates start coming down, which we know is going to be sometime in this year, it's going to release the floodgates and they're all going to run towards the housing market. Plumbers, engineers, finance managers, and any high or well-paid millennial is getting in the housing market this year.
It's about to go down.
Now, Vidge, who we're going to be showcasing in this article, is a perfect example. At 33 years old, he owns over $2.3 million of real estate. Now, how exactly did he do that? Let's break it down in this video. Now, like I said, Vidge is 33 years old, he's a millennial, and he's crushing it in real estate. So his whole idea of all millennials can't get ahead, there's no way, we're all screwed, is a lie.
Wait! Who are you?
Now, the reason why we see so much of this online is because it's just easier to complain. If you just look at any thread, any YouTube comment section, any Instagram comment section, it's insane. Everybody's just complaining about how hard life is. And life is harder than it was for our parents in the 80s and 90s. That is for sure. But what's the alternative? You're just going to complain and lay down on the ground? I don't know. A lot of people are okay with that. That's kind of their personality. My personality is somewhat of a freak, I guess. I don't know. Because I don't take fucking no for an answer. When pressure is put on me, I thrive even more. I get more angry. I crush even harder. That's been my whole personality, my whole life. And everybody that we're showcasing on this channel and in this article, for example, must be of the same mindset.
A nigga like me, man, I love the game. I love the hustle, man.
Now, as impressive as what Vidge has accomplished, dude, I'm going to be honest, and I'm not trying to be too narcissistic, but by the time I was 33 years old, I was already a multi-millionaire, and I've owned over 120, 130 properties by that point. Now, what's interesting is that Vidge lives in Chicago, but he's investing in Canadian real estate, which is kind of funny because I have done the opposite. I have bought over 150 properties, all in Canada, made the vast majority of my wealth in Canada, but now I'm no longer buying here, and I'm switching to buying in America. There's just way more opportunity. Prices are lower. Cash flow is actually a thing. And most importantly, the landlord-tenant laws are much better in favor of the landlord who actually owns the freaking property. And if a tenant doesn't pay, they are out much sooner than you're going to find in Canada. And oh, did I mention that taxes, depending on the state you're investing in, are lower or 0%? Dude, that is a very important reason of why we're no longer investing in Canada and we're investing in America. And I will theorize that Vidge is probably going to realize that soon as he's getting more seasoned in real estate, becomes more of a veteran. He's going to find, hey, investing in America is probably much smarter. I'm going to switch to that. Now, the benefit that we have by investing in Canada, and the reason why I still flip real estate here, I don't buy long-term rentals anymore. That's not a thing for me. But I flip here because the market is so crazy, prices are so high, and people are so hungry for properties because we have a serious housing crisis in the sense that we have no supply and a ton of demand. Now, America is also in a housing crisis, so they say, but it's not even close to what we're experiencing here. We are legit in like red alert emergency. We do not have enough homes, which is why prices continue to rise even with higher interest rates. Prices have held really well in Canada with higher interest rates. It's surprised everybody. Almost every economist is kind of blown away. And what do you think is going to happen as soon as they start lowering those interest rates? Prices are going to go up. It's happened time and time again throughout history. This time is no different. Now, the average return that we get on our flips here in Ontario is anywhere between $50,000 profit, which is kind of low, up to about $100,000 of profit. So the average profit for us on our flips is about $75,000. And we do anywhere between 20 to 25 a year right now with our current business. Now, for example, this flip we did in Kitchener was a total piece of crap. We totally renovated top to bottom, as we do with like 90% of our flips. That is our style. We're buying properties that are disgusting. We're buying them from sellers seller direct, oftentimes because they're so embarrassed, they would never dare list with a realtor because we're not buying your typical, kind of ugly home. Dude, we're buying homes that are like borderline condemned. They can't be lived in. They're so disgusting. There's cat piss everywhere, dog shit everywhere. There's clothes everywhere. It's just a real hoarder house situation. And this house would never sell. So we come in, clean it all up, renovate everything top to bottom, and we sell it on the market to a top retail buyer. Now, our favorite locations to flip real estate in Ontario are Kitchener-Waterloo, Hamilton, London, Ontario, and Brantford. These are kind of our bread and butter. They're really good areas. They have good GDP growth, ton of job growth, and a ton of population growth, especially when we're bringing in all these immigrants who the majority of them go to the GTA for obvious reasons. A lot of them spill out into these cities around the GTA that are much cheaper. So if you see the potential of investing in real estate like Vidge does, check out my tagged comment in the description. There, I'll show you exactly how I bought over 150 properties with none of my own money. And I'll give you my free guide on how you can invest in the US and another free guide on how you can raise money just like me. And most importantly, if you really want to level up your business, join the Insiders Club 2.0 right below as well. Every single month, we meet for an hour to 2 hours. You can ask me any questions you want. You can learn from the community. It's a great place for savvy and new investors, especially to come in, learn, be around like-minded individuals, and actually start moving your business and your life forward. So check out that pinned comment below. I'll see you inside one of those. Now, unlike me, Vidge is focused on student rental properties, and he's making $11,000 a month gross from these properties, which is paying off his mortgage, his interest, and all of his stuff, and leaving him with more cash flow. Now, student rentals are absolutely great, one of the highest cash flowing assets within investing in real estate. The only problem is you're dealing with students. Now, this is why I never did student properties, even though I have tons of investors, tons of clients I've helped buy them. It's just not the niche for me. I really, really love single family investing. That's how I made my entire net worth. I specialize and dove in. And why? Single family properties are the easiest, number one. I like easy, I like boring. Number two, they're the highest quality tenant. They're career-minded. They obviously have families, the dad, the wife, the kids, the dog, the cat. That's what I want. I want families to come in, set roots, stay there for a while, and just live and have a great life. Now, student rentals are shuffling almost every single year. Tenants are coming, they're going, and they're kind of almost the worst quality tenant you can have because let's be real. They're students, they're 18, 17, 19 years old, partying, throwing parties, having a great time, smashing the walls, puking on the floor. That's just a reality when it comes to student rentals. I've sold and helped so many clients buy student rentals. I can tell you they're the absolute nastiest. Even when I was a carpenter before I became an investor full on, I specialized with investors and working for property managers. And I tell you, I've been through a lot of student rentals and had to fix a lot of their shit. Sometimes literally, dude. It's nasty. It's an interesting niche. However, you can cash flow a lot of money from investing in student rentals. Not for me, but it might be for you. And the reason I really invest in the US now is just mainly because properties are cheaper and most importantly, they cash flow. So the average property that I used to buy in Kitchener-Waterloo would be a single family home. So let's take that example today. A single family home that I used to buy anywhere would be around $650,000 to $700,000. And now that still includes needing about $100,000 worth of renovations to put it up to Fruitful standards the way I was doing it. So we're all into the investment for about $750,000, $800K. Now, on the flip side, I'm buying properties in Florida and Texas is mainly my single family long-term strategy place. So exactly what I was doing here in Kitchener-Waterloo, that's what I'm doing in Texas with my partners. And the exact same properties I'm buying down there, 3-bed, 2-bath, detached house with a garage, we're buying around $180,000 to $200,000 USD, still needing about $80,000 USD for renovations. So we're all in, let's say around $280,000 USD. So $280 USD or $750 Canadian. Dude, it's not even close. You need so much less money. And I forgot to mention, the property in Kitchener is not going to cash flow. Price is so high, interest rates are so high, you ain't cash flowing. It's not going to generate enough rent to cover that mortgage payment. So it's going to be negative cash flow, about $500 to $600 a month on the average single family, and that would be a good deal. Conversely, in Texas, where we're buying these properties, they're going to cash flow positive about $200 to $300 a month. Nothing crazy. You're not going to retire off of single family properties too quickly, but the point of single family is long-term, almost guaranteed predictable wealth. Single family properties almost always increase in value over time. So right now we're dealing with a bit of an up and down in the market. That's cool. That's why we hold these properties for a minimum of 5 years, ideally about 7 years. You're going to win. So the strategy with single family is to buy many properties with partners, ideally, where they bring the money, you bring the skills, you split 50-50. That's how I bought all these properties. And when you own so many properties and they all appreciate over time, on year 5, year 7, you start selling them off and you're making 50, 60, 80K per one. Dude, that adds up really freaking quick. That's exactly what I did. I owned 50 single family properties. I profited an average of about 100 to 120K per sale after splitting with my partner, and I sold them all. So you can imagine how much money that is. It adds up really quick. So I wish I could keep buying in Ontario, keep buying in Canada, but it just doesn't make sense with what's going on and what I'm seeing and with what I know now about America and how easy it is to invest there. Dude, I'm all in. I'm bringing the partners down. We're expanding down there. So again, if you want to find out more about investing in the US as a Canadian, check out my tagged pinned comment below. All the details are there. It will explain everything. I will see you in the next video.